Hi everyone, today we're going to see how to use the ERA1D, the new product from 2Dscanner, which lets you take manual measurements and have them go into the drawing automatically. So let's see exactly how that works. We've set up the 2D scanner here on the tripod and we start the scan. I'll start now with two-step and off it goes. The scan has started. The first points are coming in and I know that this here is that window. We tap our finger on the screen and then the laser icon. You'll see the Bluetooth icon turn green. So I've got a connection and now I can pick one of these available templates. Whichever fits me. I've got hinged windows, sliding ones, hinged and sliding balcony doors, and various doors and openings. In this case, I'll take the opening, because this one here is like a shop window. I take the opening and this ready template opens up with various little boxes. Notice that when I hold the ERA1D upright, it goes to 1. As soon as I turn it horizontal, the focus goes to 3. That's because the ERA1D knows its tilt, and the app knows that if I hold it vertical, I'm not going to measure 3, 4, or 5. And we can start the measurements. We start with 1. Now we'll go to 2, which is a bit trickier. I have to put my hand on the other side. Okay, I'm not going to measure these with total accuracy now. You'll measure them exactly. 2 came in, and now let's go for the total height. Now let's go left to right. 3, 4, 5 over there has no wall at all. But say it had a small wall, 5 centimeters, which I can't measure with the laser. Double click on any little box. The dimension opens up and I can put in whatever number I want, either from the standard values or freely. And we usually do the same with the wall thickness, 7. Double click and we put in the wall thickness. Now what happens if I make a mistake? With a single click, the focus changes. That is, it goes to the box we tapped and there it doesn't change with the tilt. It stays fixed on the box we selected. This is so I can correct a measurement. And if I measure again, the new measurement comes in. If there's another free box, it'll go to the next one on its own. Right now, I filled them all with numbers. So whatever I do, it stays on the box I tapped with my finger. I can also add a note. Say, for example, this is window 1. And we're done here. We tap OK, and here you can see the scan is now complete too. You can see that at this point here, there's this template we made. With a long press, I can edit it again, check it, and if I want, change some measurement or the note. This image you see here now will be inside the DXF as an image reference. Along with the project, it'll also come as a PNG image. So you'll have it, that is, together with your session. Now let's look at other functions and features that the app and the ERA1D give us. Instead of measuring standard windows like we have here, we can measure something custom. Since the 2D scanner is done now and I don't need to do anything else, I'll move it a little over here to the side. To show you how we'd make a custom structure, draw it and measure it. Let's say this little cabinet. I know this little cabinet is here in my drawing, so here I put a custom drawing and I draw. I've got various drawing tools here. Let's take a quick look at them. Perpendicular lines, free line at the third box, ready square, perpendicular polyline and free polyline. And note, I'll take the perpendicular polyline now, perpendicular polyline, and I'll do, let's say, I'll start it like this. Here's the little cabinet. The cabinet closes and then we go over here in the wall section. Now there are these lines. We start measuring. The connection is still active. We put a measurement here, let's say. Here it got the wrong measurement. I didn't have time to aim it well, so I click the line again and measure. It came out right. Now I measure this. The interesting thing here I want to highlight is that the lines, as soon as they get a dimension, are drawn in real numbers to scale. So these here are real lengths, and they'll come into the DXF too. We'll talk about that later. I continue the measurements. Here now, I have to put an obstacle to measure. Just a second. Yeah, normally I have to hold it like this. Come hold this a sec. Thanks to Giannis for the friendly appearance in the video. Let me point out that the small dimensions don't show, and that's due to the zoom. The photo that gets exported will be in higher resolution, and they'll show. And if they're too small in some case, you'll see them from the DXF. And so this way, I've got this area here measured with a simple tape. What else can we do? I can move the lines around. Of course, since I moved it, this dimension is no longer valid. If I move this one, the lines all move together. There's a continuity, that is, which doesn't break easily. I can do, let's say, put a free line. And again, you'll see if I start measuring, the measurements adjust to the readings coming in. From the second button, I do zoom all. From the third button, I've got file management. I can save this template, export it as a DXF, or open some other template. However, these aren't needed because the app itself sends it as a DXF along with this image too. This image will be in the DXF file as an image reference, and in the editor, of course, you'll see it as an image like you see the photos. And together in the same folder, there'll be a DXF2 with the same name, and it'll be this shape. Here's the undo if I want to undo my previous action. And we're done. We tap yes, and here now, we've got a second icon, which again, we can of course edit and delete if we want this way. I didn't show the note either. Let's add a note too. And then we tap with our finger where we want the note to go. And now let's look at a third function. How we can put dimensions on a photo. Here's this wall section we measured, and we see it from the scan, from those points that fell off. So I go here and tap the laser again. But now I'll take the last icon, which is the camera photo. And now I take a photo of the structure I want to measure. The photo came into my drawing. Here again, I've got the same tools we had before, with the only difference, this little button, the auto trace, which does what? It tries to automatically detect the edges of my structure. So it puts in suggested dimension lines for me, and I see they came out really nice too. This one I'll pull a bit down to the floor, and this one I'll pull a bit to the corner there. I don't mind that the other line is crooked, or the other one that's there and I won't use, because in this function, only the lines that get a dimension will be exported to the photo. Here we won't have a DXF. We'll only have the photo as information. Zoom all and let's start measuring. Let me say one more thing here. The first beep you hear is to turn on the laser. The second beep brings us the measurement. So to complete a measurement, we press the button twice. So right now the laser's off. I press the button, the laser turns on, and I measure. Yeah, but I measured the wrong dimension because it took that small one we said I don't care about. I should have tapped what to measure, since it thought the line continued over there. I delete this one. I select this one with my finger and measure again. And so I've got nice dimensions on my photo. And here I can add a note too, whatever I want. And we tap our finger where I want the note to go. Same way we save here. And now we've got 3 laser icons in our drawing. Each laser icon has information. Now let's see how they'll show up in the DXF. Here we see our files. There's the DXF. The images, as we'll see, are here as an image reference, and we can zoom in quite a bit and see the small dimensions. This is the photo, and this is the window. All in the same block on the media layer. If I turn off this layer, the images don't show. This is the text which we open with the editor. As an editor, as you know, as soon as we go over the photo with the mouse, it opens in full screen. And with space here, you open it in the computer's default program. And here's the window. So the information inside our drawing will be in this form. We close the editor too, and let's look at them individually. Here's the window. Here's the custom drawing we made along with its DXF. So the dimensions are as they are in the image, of course. And here's our photo. The ERA1D manual is available online at help.2Dscanner.com in the ERA1D section in various languages. More will be added soon. And you can download it anytime. Just as you can also find it from the QR code that's on the device. It'll take you to this page we saw earlier. It's a very good tape, quality with very good accuracy. We've tested it a whole lot. It takes 2 AA batteries, which last a really long time, I can say. Rechargeable, of course. And it's got a whole lot of functions, like all advanced tapes have. Because it's got the accelerometer on it, that gives it the tilts, we can take various measurements. Maybe there'll be another video showing these functions here, which stray a bit from the usage logic with the 2D scanner, but complement the ERA1D as a product. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching the video.